Previously on Onboard Lifestyle, we worked the seam from hardtop to coach roof and laid down the first application of barrier coat. With the main top almost completed, we shift our focus to the much smaller helm top. Our progress went fast and we were excited to mock up a few temporary posts to give us an idea of how the project will fit. This is going to be so sweet.
I think it's going to work. A couple things to think about, but it's all going to work out, I think. I just got to figure out these post locations, get some glass on this, and get this thing bolted in.
Okay, we'll start glassing.
Let's do it.
This week, we'll be jumping from one project to another. The helm top is at the point that we only need to work a few hours each day in order for the epoxy, fairing compound, and barrier coat time to cure.
You have learned well, Grasshopper.
I have become the master. Every day starts with sanding. So much sanding. Teal just gets into a state of mind that he loses himself in some alternate world. It's like he's entered a weird sanding matrix. With the helm top at a good point, it's time to mix up our multi-part barrier coat and start applying the 3 layers that it will take to give a nice foundation for our top coats.
So another project I want to tackle while we're on the hard deals with our engines. A couple days before we came into Napa, we had a problem on the port engine. We sucked a bunch of eelgrass up into the sail drive, and that's where the intakes are. They go up through the sail drives, up through a sea strainer, but they have to go through this narrow channel to get through this sail drive before it gets to a sea strainer. The sea strainer was just clogged with eelgrass. And what we did, we lost all of our seawater intake. I cleared the seagrass out and tried everything to flush it out. I put a pump on it and blew it backwards through there. I just couldn't flush the seagrass out of the inside of the sail drive. We tried it 4 or 5 times and I couldn't get any water. So we ended up rigging up a temporary system. I threw a sea strainer on a tube, threw it down the daggerboard trunk, and we were able to limp in here no problem. It worked great actually, just you have to walk around the new sea strainer, keep the engine cowling open. We got in here, I was able to fish the seagrass out of the sail drive, and it got me thinking, I want to put in a backup way to get water to the engines. So that's what I did. I ordered some parts, and I'm going to put in a secondary through-hole system. I don't like punching through holes below waterline. You know, we only have 1 right now, but I think this is important. We'll leave these in the off position all the time, unless they're needed. So I ordered all my parts. Hopefully I got them all because I'm starting this project today. We're going with all stainless. Here's our through-hole fitting, ball valve. Got all the parts to get it facing the right direction, and hose to the sea strainer. First thing I need to do is get these installed in the hull because this will need to cure for a few days. Once I drill holes, I have epoxy work, and then the sealant needs to cure. So I need to get at least the holes drilled today so I can get these installed tomorrow. Okay, go for it. You got this one.
I'm nervous. This is going to be my first drill through the bottom of the boat.
Oh, what are you gonna do? Sink us? Hey, make sure it's square.
It's square.
Hey, what's wrong? There you go. Oh, it's a little crooked right there.
Woo! I like it. So Teal right now is down below, coring out some of that Nitacore so then we can fill it with thickened epoxy. And seriously, before you guys say anything else about thickened epoxy shots, I am saying no. I am not going to take any more shots until we get back in the water. All these projects, I feel like you guys are trying to kill me.
So, Lynn's in here prepping the other side. I ground down the exterior face here. I don't trust using a below waterline adhesive just sticking to bottom paint. So we ground it down to a nice clean surface. Lynn's making it nice and smooth inside. We'll use the backer plates that I made earlier. And we'll put adhesive on both sides of this fitting, put the backer plate on, and tighten it down. Not too tight, just hand tight. But we're getting close. We'll have these in today. I want them in today because these need to cure a couple days before we hit the water. So Lynn's working it over in there. I could see her. Hey.
Hey.
How's it feel? Okay, make it smooth.
Emma, was yesterday not awesome or what?
It was so cool. I was eating breakfast and I look outside the galley window and there's just like a hot air balloon right there, and like you guys were just doing random stuff, so I was like, look!
You couldn't even get the words out.
I know,
You just kept pointing out the window.
It was like, I don't know, it was right there. It was really cool looking. That morning was pretty amazing. After spotting the first hot air balloon, we all ran out into the cockpit and saw not one, but 3 hot air balloons around us. It was a perfect day with clear skies and no wind. These giant balloons were landing right in the marina. At one point, it felt like it was going to hit our mast. It was so close. Rumor has it that in the Napa Valley, if they land on your property, they'll gift you with a bottle of champagne. Going up onto a hot air balloon is for sure on my bucket list. Maybe not here since we're going to leave soon, but definitely somewhere else.
Well, I have to admit, I've been playing a little game of Where's Waldo with our port rudder. Soon after we hauled out, I removed this rudder. And I've been working on it, well, for a while now. And I've been placing it in the background of our videos. And nobody's noticed. Nobody spotted Waldo. Nobody ever questioned why the rudder was removed. I've been kind of having fun with it, waiting for somebody to catch it, but nobody did. So I'm going to talk about why I removed this rudder. When we hauled out, there was a crack forming right up here. So I ended up boring out 6 large holes all the way down this so I could take moisture readings of this rudder. I didn't get any moisture readings all the way down, but this top portion I did. So I cored out around the shaft and let it dry out for a good long time. I'd put it in the sun every day, and that's where you'd see it in the videos. I'd be moving it around, making sure heat was on it, and eventually those moisture readings came down. After that, I refilled around the shaft. I feel good about it. I used epoxy and a thickened epoxy to get a good tight seal around there. Then I had to repair the damage that I'd done by making all those bore marks and actually the crack that had formed. I dished that out, faired that out, and put 4 layers of 10-ounce cloth over the rudder. I feel good about it. I faired it out. And we put on 5 coats of barrier coat. And 5 coats of bottom paint. So here it stands. It's ready to get back in. So we'll put this in here in the next day or 2. But I just wanted to share that little game I was playing. God, too bad nobody caught it.
We are now in crunch time and doing as much as we can to prep the bottom paint so then we can do an extra coat or 2. Teal said that he wanted to raise the water line just a little bit because even though we are not heavily loaded, it's just better to just have it a little bit higher than our normal water line just in case. And so we are battling some rain squalls, which is really funny. It called for sunny days today, but we already had 2 rain squalls that came over us. So we're just kind of fighting that because I want to start painting tomorrow. And you see Teal here diligently kind of just scuffing everything up and prepping everything. So we'll see if we can get this all done. So you're halfway done?
A little over halfway. Getting there.
Look how ugly it looks when we sand it.
I know. Why do you think I've been waiting? I didn't want to have to look at this every day.
Well, we're gonna sand it, or we're gonna paint tomorrow, so this is short-lived. The ugliness.
It is short-lived, and I'm gonna explain what I'm doing here. I'm sanding off this edge here between our boot stripe. Our boot stripe was 3.5 inches. Well, about 3 inches, 3 1/4, something like that. We're gonna raise it up a little bit. And we're not raising it. Most cruisers raise their waterline because their boat gets heavier. Our boat is actually getting lighter this year. But we just want to get this boot stripe away from the water to avoid that failure anymore. I don't want to keep fixing this boot stripe every time we haul out. So we're just going to raise our bottom paint up. This stuff's bulletproof. We love it. And just get a little bit further off the water. I think that's going to be our solution. I've already fixed and repaired under the holes here and put a barrier coat down. Just kind of working the details out of that right now. This was that damaged area below here. I've scuffed, sanded this down, put a nice barrier coat over this, and I think I've got it. By raising this water line, this extra about 2 inches, we're just going to leave us 1.5 inch boot stripe, but I think it's going to make a world of difference for protecting this paint. But yeah, paint's going down quick. I got to get going.
Tomorrow.
I know. I guess I got a couple hours left. I better get going then.
Today's the day, Teal.
I know you're smiling.
I am. I love painting days. That just means that we are almost done with this project.
One step closer. With this project or this project? Okay, it's looking good. You ready to start rolling this out?
You know I am.
Okay, I'll get you set up and I'll let you go crazy on the starboard hull and I'll keep prepping the port hull.
Man, that's the only downside I think about catamarans is once you're done with one, you gotta do the other one.
Always.
Always.
I like this. Look, it's blending perfect.
This is...
You must have prepared it correctly.
This is so satisfying. I don't know what it is, but kind of therapeutic.
Well, keep going. You got a lot to do.
I know.
You're not going to be saying that in 4 hours.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine until tomorrow, and I'm super sore.
Well, we have more coats tomorrow.
I know. We finished the starboard side and now we're working on the port side. For me, getting to the dagger board is the halfway point and we're almost there. Okay, day 2, round 2. We're gonna get 2 coats in today because it's gonna rain tomorrow, so we gotta get busy. Okay, Teal, how's it looking so far?
I'm scared. Peeling tape is always nerve-wracking. I don't want to peel the boot stripe off.
Yeah, but this tape is pretty cool. No bleed through?
No bleed through. Don't jinx me. Just taking my time. That line is crisp though. You gotta like it.
I'm gonna zoom in. I'm gonna inspect it. There it is, guys. The last bit of tape being pulled off. And she is looking like new again. Teal, you're almost there.
I know. This year, your arm's sore.
Yeah, my arms are sore, but that's okay. It's well worth it. I'm excited just because this is done with paint, and then we don't have to worry about this for at least a year and a half, right?
I'm hoping. We'll see how it does in warmer weather, but I've been happy with this bottom paint for the last 15 months.
I'm gonna get close.
There it goes. And oh man, look at that little thing right there. I gotta fix.
Stop it. You suck. Has it cleared inspection yet?
Yeah, that's good. I'm just checking. Everything's dry. It feels good.
So that means we're ready to splash, right? Come on!
Okay, we're close. A few more things. We got to button up before we hit the water.
You're such a tease. Watching this week's episode of Onboard Lifestyle. Please remember to give us a like and subscribe to our channel. These videos are made possible from the support of our patrons. If you'd like to join our crew, our link is down below. This week has been crazy busy, and I think we are ready to splash. Come back next week to see if we are finished with this project and back in the water. I know I'm ready. As Emma always says, see you then!